2, we'll go on the depreciation section. So let's go back to our form 1120S. So we have our 334, and then we have line 19, other deduction. So anything you are putting under other deduction, you have to attach a statement. So the total is 1211 here. So how did we come up with that number? Well, you'll go to your spreadsheet, and I think we can close some of those. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's just not saving. Okay. Let's close this one too. And under the documents, let's open the expense detail. And you can track your expenses and pretty much summarize them to make it a little easier to use. So okay, so your expenses will pull to a summary page, might make it a little easier to track. But again, if you have, in this example, we have service and retail together, so we try to pull expenses at that level for other purposes, especially for Schedule K1. So line 19, you can see, because the Form 1120S does not have line for some expenses, personally I just like to use line 19 to add them, and then I will add an attachment for it. So line 19, we will total all our other deductions there, and that is $2010.40. But then we add the amortization to it, and adding the amortization to it makes it 2011, and this is just for the whole, all the expenses, but some of them has their own rows, so those are not included. So 2011 came from other deduction, and the attachment will be added, and we will talk about the attachment later. And then the total deduction, you will total everything, and if we go back, it's just going to be the total of the table, and that will give us 3870.47, which was rounded to 3870. So business ordinary income or loss will be the 4,228 minus 3,870, and that will give us a profit of 358. So you will read the tax payment section if that's applicable to you, otherwise you just leave it alone and sign here. After you print it out, you'll sign it and date it, but you'll be able to put your business title. And then if you don't want IRS to discuss the tax return with somebody else, you just put no. And because you are filing it for your own business, you do not need to complete the prepare use only section. You just leave it blank. So Schedule B. So Schedule B, line 1, check accounting method used. So cash, what you choose the first year you start your business, that's what you stick with. To change it, you have to file with IRS to get approval. So we left it as a cash. And line 2, business activity. So business activity, so we have non-retail, non-store retailer, and we have consulting. So yeah, so that's what show the service and the retail. And product or service, so we just have general products and tax preparation. Line 3, so yours will be different. So line 3, so pretty much Schedule B will ask you questions. So probably most of them will be no. And if any one is yes, you might want to read well to see if that require any additional form to complete. Then I'm not going to read every single one. So we have a lot of no. And line 11, does the corporation satisfy both of the following conditions? The corporation total receipts for the tax year were less than $250,000. The corporation, so the answer is yes. The corporation total assets at the end of the tax year were less than $250,000. The answer is yes. If yes, the corporation is now required to complete Schedule L and M1. Okay, so and then we Schedule B continued, and we have no for most of them, and 1 we didn't put anything because they say if yes, and it just involved Form 1099. So since we didn't have 1099 to complete, we just left that session. The second checkbox alone. So Schedule K. So now Schedule K, line 1, ordinary business income or loss will be from page 1, line 21, which is 358. Net rent to real estate income. So if you have a real estate income, you'll complete Form 8825, and the amount from that form will go to line 2, otherwise you leave it blank. Line 3A, other gross rental income or loss. And line 4, interest income. Line 5, dividend. 6, royalty. 7, net short-term capital gain. Anything that will go on Schedule K will flow to Schedule K1 and to partners 1040. That's something to consider. So if you have a business and activities you are performing does not lend itself on page 1, it will flow to your 1040. Okay, and then we have deductions. If you claim section 179 deduction on your form 4562, you won't include it in your depreciation amount on page 1. You have to keep it apart from your total depreciation deduction, and you'll put it on Schedule K on line 11, and that will flow to partners K1s and their 1040. Charitable contribution, that'll be the same as well, including investments, interest expense, and other deductions. So credit, we have some credit here. International transactions, so if you have anything related to it, you might want to read the instructions and complete it. AMT, and if any of those is not related to you, you just read through it and leave them alone. So Schedule K, 7 other information, you have investment income, investment expenses, dividend distribution from pay from accumulated earning and profit, and other items and amount. Excuse me. and reconciliation. So line 18 is income or loss reconciliation. So pretty much you will combine line 1 through 10 and you will subtract line 11, 12D and 16F. Excuse me. So line 1 through 10, you total them and you'll take we know we'll take 12D and 16F. I see there is something else here. And line 11, you'll take those out of it. And that'll give you line 18. In our case, is 358. So, because the total asset is less than $250,000, and I believe sell with, I don't know the Schedule B. The total receipt was less than $250,000. That's pretty much the total sales. And total asset less than $250K. We don't need to complete Schedule L. And Schedule L is just like the balance sheet. Although it might be a good idea to do that for your business yourself. You don't need to complete it on this form, but you can just have it in your file. And then we don't need Schedule M1. But because we have a profit and we didn't distribute it, it's good to complete Schedule M2. And frankly, I'm not sure. I don't know how to complete Schedule M2 well, in my opinion. So I just kept everything in the first column since it is accumulating there anyway. But Schedule M2 is analysis of accumulated adjustment account, shareholder undistributed taxable income, previously taxed, accumulated earning and profits, and other adjustment account. So at the beginning of the year, if that's your first year or you didn't have profit last year, then that will remain blank. But since last year was $950, we put $950 there. And pretty much what you end the year with, if you have profits, the following year you are completing it, that what you end the year with will go at the beginning of the year. So our ordinary income from page 1, 358 will be added to it. Any other addition or loss or other reduction, and then you'll total them all to line 5, which is 1,308. No distribution, so the balance will be the total minus the distribution, which is 1,308. And personally, I would think shareholder undistributed taxable income previously taxed, this 950 should be put there as well, and accumulated earning and profits will have 950 as well, but I'm not sure because the instruction talk more about C Corp, so I just left it alone and just let everything accumulate in the column A until I know more about this schedule. So pretty much that's how you complete Form 1120S. And now that we complete Form 1120S, we will complete Schedule K1. So we will make another video to talk about Schedule K1. Thank you so much. I'm Afiavi, original Libreman, creators of Libreman Consulting LLC YouTube channel, Libreman Consulting, ninasoup.com, our blog, where you can find some free templates, and we do have our online stores, including libredownload.com for financial templates and business templates to manage your money and your business. We have label.com for custom apparels and stationery, ninassoap.com with 2S in it compared to the blog one, and where we sell natural products. So thank you so much for your time. We thank you very much, you all that subscribe to our channel, and we thank you so much for all your comments.